Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel by Gnanmanjari Modern School. Our subject is Science for Standard 9th and our current chapter is chapter number 13, Why Do We Fall Ill? We have started this chapter in the previous session. In that session we have discussed about the health and disease free. What is health? Just have small revision. Health means the person is mentally, physically and socially well-being is called health. And if person is not having any diseases in his body, then it is called disease-free person. Means the disease-free is only related to the physical concept, and health is related to the mental, physical as well as social concept. Okay. So again in the previous session we have learned about the two types of diseases, acute diseases and chronic diseases. Acute diseases are the diseases which last for few days or small period of time, while the chronic diseases last for a long period of time, sometime during the lifespan. And also the acute diseases have no any adverse effect on the body, but chronic diseases there is adverse effect on the body like cancer, TB. So these are the two types. So this is one type of classification of the diseases, acute disease and chronic disease. All these things we have discussed in the last session. Now today our topic is causes of diseases. Why the disease causes? Means we are talking about the reasons for the diseases. There are two types of diseases, immediate cause and the contributory cause. Immediate cause means at the last moment, at the last few hours, which microbes enter in the body and it spread in the body, and immediately we are suffering from any symptoms. So this is called immediate cause. And contributory cause, so which situation are there due to which these microbes enter in our body. So these are called contributory cause, which are giving its contribution to enter the microbes in the body are called contributory cause. So main two causes are there, immediate cause and contributory cause. Okay students. Now diseases may be due to the infectious and non-infectious causes. You are well known from the lower standard what are the infectious diseases and which are the non-infectious diseases. What is the meaning of infectious diseases and what is the meaning of non-infectious diseases? You are well known about this. Just have the small discussion of it. What are called infectious diseases? The diseases which spread from person to person by so many means. We will learn in detail in the next session. But infection means it is spread from one person to the next person, means from the infectious person to the healthy person. This is called infectious cause. And non-infectious diseases means if the person is suffering from any type of diseases, but healthy person comes in contact of that person, then only he will not suffer the same diseases. Means there is no any spreading from person to person, is called non-infectious disease. Okay. Now here infectious cause, which are called infectious cause, we have discussed just now. Diseases where microbes are the immediate cause, means microbes are immediate cause, means when they enter in the body, when mosquito bites, so microbes enter in the body and they cause the malaria. So these microbes, when the microbes are immediate cause, then this type of diseases are called infectious cause, because microbes cause the infection in the body. Okay, and if the mosquito bite from one person to another person, the same microbes mosquito transfer from one person to other person. So in this way there is a spreading of diseases. So when the microbes are the immediate cause, then this type of diseases are called infectious cause. And non-infectious cause, some diseases that do not spread in community. They do not, if the person comes in another person, contact in another person, although it do not spread, it doesn't spread. So it is called non-infectious cause. Some diseases that do not spread in community but remains internally are called non-infectious diseases. There is, in fact, there is the microbe, there is the symptoms of the disease in one person. He is diseased person. But if any other healthy person come in contact with him, but he will not suffer from that disease, are called non-infectious diseases. Okay, now which are the examples of infectious diseases? Malaria, cholera, jaundice. These are the examples of infectious diseases because it spread from one person to another person. Okay, so these are called infectious diseases. Just now there is a very critical disease in all over the world is there, that is COVID-19 viruses. So COVID-19 is also called infectious diseases because it transfer from one person, healthy infectious person to healthy person. So it is called infectious diseases. For that we have to take the precautions, and due to that only students we are having our online teaching learning program. You are not in the classroom. Okay, so this is the reason. So person should not come in contact with each other and the disease won't spread from person to person. This is for the precaution, and this is continuing in all over the world, students. So we have to take the precaution for that. Okay, now non-infection causes. Which are the non-infectious diseases? These are the cancer. If one person is suffering from cancer, if in his or her home another person is there, he will not suffer from that disease because the cancer is not infectious diseases. It is due to some genetical problems. Also abnormalities. If any person is having the mental problem or any abnormalities in his body, so it won't infect the other person which come in contact with him. And one more example is high blood pressure, means we can say high BP. So these are non-infectious diseases because it won't spread from person to person. So these are about the causes of diseases. These are immediate and contributory diseases types: infectious diseases, non-infectious diseases, and their causes. Students, just note down this. Okay friends, so we have discussed about infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. What is called infectious diseases? They are also called as a communicable diseases because it caused due to the contact of the diseased person to the healthy person. So it is also called communicable diseases. When a disease causing organism enter our body, it causes infection. Only single microbe if enter in the body of a healthy person, it multiplies and grows in a very few period of time, some hours, and the healthy person suffer from the infection, means suffer from that particular diseases. Only one, if only one microbe enter in the body of healthy person, if his immunity is not good, then it develops, multiplies, grows, and it spread in the body of the healthy person, and also the healthy person suffer from that particular diseases. Now here I have written some causes of infection and diseases, means some microbes, and what are the diseases that can spread. So it is very important because this type of microbes and the infectious diseases and name of the diseases can be asked in MCQs and also FBs. So it is very important. Just have look at it. Bacteria. Bacteria are the microorganisms. Which diseases they can spread? They can spread the tuberculosis. What is the meaning of tuberculosis? Tuberculosis means just we can say TB. This is the short name. TB means tuberculosis, and in this, when the person engulfs, the blood comes out from it and the lungs get damaged. This is tuberculosis. It is a chronic disease and it is spread by the bacteria. Also the tetanus, in Gujarati we can say dhanur, then typhoid, cholera, all these 4 types, and so many are there, but here I have written only 4 of them are caused by the bacteria. Bacteria is a microbes. So person should be take care. He or she should not come in the contact with the diseased person. If anybody in our family is suffering from any particular diseases, the other members of the family should take care about that, so it won't spread. Okay students. Now another is virus. Students, you know viruses are just on the border of living beings and non-living beings. When the conditions are favorable, viruses are acts as a living being. Students, viruses are very small. We can't see it in the electron microscope, only we can see. So viruses are the very minute microbes, and they are on the border of living and non-living. When the conditions are favorable, they acts like a living being, means moisture is there, and if the conditions are not favorable, they acts like a non-living being. So which diseases can spread through virus? Many times you have heard from the doctors, it is viral infection. Viral infection means the disease is spread by the virus. AIDS, this is the disease of the reproductive system. You will learn in detail in the standard 10th. Then polio, as you know, do bund zindagi ke, our government is very aware of for this type of diseases. Chicken pox, measles, rabies. Rabies, another name of rabies is hydrophobia. Person is afraid from water is called rabies. The dogs and monkeys spread this rabies. So these are the diseases which are spread by the viruses. Now fungi, especially most probably the skin diseases are spread through the fungi. Now protozoans, amoeba is one of the protozoa. It is the which diseases caused by protozoas is malaria, Amoebasis means the legs becomes thick. Kala azar means the fever. These type of diseases are spread by protozoans and worms. Filariasis, worms, small students, kids we can say, they are like to eat the sweet more, but when they eat sweet, many of worms are there in their stomach. Also they multiply, they grow, and what they eat? They eat all the digested food which kid eats, and nutritious food we can say. So all the nutrition from the body of kid, that person or that worm will eat, and this nutrition will not get to the kid, but the worms grows. So this is not beneficial for the host in the stomach of that person where the worms are there. So worms, filariasis, it is also very infectious diseases from the stool of that person. It can spread from another person. So these all about the infectious diseases. Okay, so just note down this. After that we will see which are why infectious diseases spread through which, by which carriers are there which can spread the infectious diseases. Before that, just note down this. One minute, करते नहीं. Friends, so we have discussed about the infectious diseases, the microbes which are responsible for the infectious diseases, and which diseases are spread through which type of microbes. Now, which are the means, which are the reasons, which are the cause, which are the responsible for spreading the infectious diseases. So mainly there are 4 causes, we can say means, through which the infectious diseases can be spread. First, airborne diseases, or we can say the diseases which can be spread through air. So if the one person is speaking something and if he is diseased person and the other person comes in contact with him, and if the air which comes out from his body can be contaminated for the other person, means the healthy person, and he can suffer from this disease, are called airborne diseases. And here the bacteria and microbe, we can say viruses, are responsible for the airborne diseases, mainly the common cold influenza, means throat gets sore and the infection in the sore. These type of diseases are the airborne diseases, means air is very main cause through which the disease can spread. Food and water, these are also the reason to spread the disease due to the contaminated food and water. If the water is impure or food is poisoned food or stale food, due to which the disease can spread, is called the food and water contaminated diseases, are cholera and typhoid. These are also the disease which are infectious diseases. Contact, when the healthy person come in contact with diseased person, the disease can be transferred from healthy diseased person to the healthy person. So this contact is very main mean by which the disease can spread. So these all are the means by which disease can spread due to the contact of healthy person to the diseased person. Example mainly the fungal infection, when the diseased person touch the healthy person and if he is suffering from any skin diseases, so it is called fungal infection, because before some time we have seen that due to the fungi the skin diseases can be created. And AIDS and syphilis spread due to the sexual contact. Okay, so due to the sexual contact and due to the personal contact, these diseases can be spread. So these are the contact is one of the mean by which disease can spread. And last, the body fluid. In our body there are mainly three type of fluids is there: blood, and semen, mother milk. These are the fluids which are also responsible for spreading of the disease from diseased person to the contact person to the healthy person. So these mainly four means by which the person can be infected by the virus, bacteria and other microbes. Okay students, so all these about the infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases, and about other diseases we will learn in the next session. Okay students, just note down this. Okay students, so this much is enough for your exam point of view which I teach here. Now today the time for homework students. Just note down your homework, post in the group. Students, start learning. This is very easy chapter. This is the chapter is like of the general knowledge, because here no derivation, no any formulae, no numericals. Very easy chapters are there. This is very easy chapter. Now homework. Explain means of infectious diseases with example. And write the microbes which are responsible for particular diseases. Means that column before some time I have written in the board. Okay, so that you have to write which microbes, means bacteria is responsible, tuberculosis, and you have to learn students, because it's very important. It can be asked for MCQs and objective type questions. Okay students, just note down your homework. Bye. We will meet in the next session.